Welcome back for another edition of the Jermaine Hall Show Season 2 Pod Power. We are in the building and I'm here with
Keisha Jones.
Got Miss Jones in the building, y'all. My girl in the building. Let's get it. Miss Keisha, we here. How you doing?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
Now, when people look at your name, we want to get to that first. When people look at your name, they struggle because it started with a PH first of all.
Yes.
Then, how do you pronounce it? I know how to pronounce it.
You do.
Yeah, but how do they?
And it seems easy. It's Phakeshia.
So it's a Shia.
It's a Shia.
Okay. Phakeshia. Phakeshia Jones in the building, ladies and gentlemen. You were in episode 1. You opened it up for the people.
Yes, episode 1.
Came on in and gave them what you could give them, and then prancing on out of there.
Let the rest of the season unfold.
I appreciate it nonetheless. Like you did your big one. You know what I'm saying? You got on in there and did exactly what was asked of you. But how did you first get involved? I don't even remember how we met.
We met at something you had going on prior to this.
What was I doing?
The movie that was at the theaters.
Oh, when I did More.
Uh-huh.
So, oh yeah.
So we officially met at the theater for More.
I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
That night was a blur for a different reason.
I know it was.
I told you what happened already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that night was a blur for me because of what happened.
It was a lot.
Off
It was
camera.
a lot of moving parts.
Yes.
But
So
we just connected after that.
That's dope.
And then talked, and here we are.
I like the organic interactions that I have.
Yes.
Instead of forced asking people for stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I hate to ask people for stuff, especially when I need it.
Yes.
They don't know that I need it when I'm asking. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'm just asking because you're a dope person. And if we organically met like that, you're a dope person. And you turned out to be everything that I thought you would be.
It.
So we got involved because we met at a prior event. Mm-hmm. What was the first time? Was this your first time acting?
No.
No?
No.
Tell me about the first time.
So I acted during high school. I acted in college. And then once I left college, I did a couple things outside of college with local thespian groups and some other films that were going on at the time, and then kind of got away from it. So this was my first time coming back to acting after a while.
That's dope. How was it like approaching the Layerz set? Like, think about the day that you got up and got ready to come and do this with me. What was your expectations or lack thereof? Like,
I will say it was a little nerve-wracking because acting in college and high school, you know, you have your script, you know what's going on, you know what to prepare for, you kind of know ahead of time, but there was an impromptu aspect of it working with you, and that really pushed me to have to come out of some comfort zones to really deliver what it is you're asking for. So a little bit of that, a little bit of what you know, what you're used to, being able to kind of put it all together, it made for a really great experience and something eye-opening for what you had going on.
That's dope. And how'd you receive the crew? Like, I know for me, some of the crew members, I knew I had to put a little firm hand on, like, hey, reel it back in. We'll play later. Because we all kind of goofy. We got our personalities.
For
sure. I'm like, okay, this is work. I know it's fun, but this is still work. I have to remind some. So how did you receive the crew members when you got here?
I think you did a really great job of prepping for the series by having the crew members come out together, meet at a central location, kind of get familiar with each other beforehand. So having that minute to kind of build that rapport with the people that you're working with makes a big difference. And then outside of that, coming on set, like you said, getting able to see people's personalities, being able to see it kind of turn on and off as we're having to get into that mode where now we got to be about business. You get to see different aspects of people as well. So it was very easy to work with the people that you have around you when you kind of have that little bit of rapport beforehand.
Yeah.
And it was no different on set.
I always felt like familiarity is good with any person you run into.
Oh, yeah.
As long as they know the lay of the land, they operate better. So,
and it's easier to do your scene, to have that impromptu piece when it's someone that you've already had a conversation with and you've already sat and kind of joked and laughed with. So now you kind of know a little bit easier where you're going with it.
That's not a thing for me. Like, I can talk to anybody at any time, whether I've seen. I'm just saying, I wonder what that feels like because I've never gone through it.
Yeah.
Nervousness. I can't remember the last time I ever been nervous. Like, I don't get when people describe butterflies in their stomach.
Right.
I've never had it.
That's crazy.
It's just I jump out there and it's like, what's the worst they can do? Say no.
Fearlessness.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Though.
But it's in me. It's not something I don't desire. So, like, some people say fear is a motivator, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't get fearful of or nervous about. Either I want to do it or I don't. That's all I get. I get those two emotions. Do you want to do this?
Oh, yeah.
And if I'm not all in, I ain't going. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So,
for sure.
It's hard for me to relate when people say that. They like, yo, was you nervous up there? Like the live show that I did. I was like, what does that feel like? Like nervous about. I invited people to come to a podcast, which I've got 200 of them under my belt. I don't see what you should be nervous about.
Yeah.
We finna go in here and have a good time. That's all I can see.
But see, I'm a speaker and I'm an orator, so even in that, acting behind a camera, working with people, speaking, I can do that all day. We can talk all day. But to ask me, to give me a task and say, okay, I'm going to roll the camera. Now I want you to do that task just how I said it. That's the nerving part. Because when you get it wrong, you're on a time. When there's something not right, you got to figure out how to fix it to deliver what it is that's being asked of you.
Delivery is important.
Yes.
Correct. I can see that. I do understand.
At least you understand.
I'm saying I never
empathize with the
felt it.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is it going to take to make me nervous? And you know what I dream? I think it might be when that 100 million hit the account and I can't believe I finally arrived type shit.
It'll be that big pivotal moment of life.
I don't know. I don't think that's going to matter. I honestly don't think. People spend a lot of time telling me, hey, you need to take a break and go celebrate the little small wins you've been getting. And I'm like, oh, no, I got work to do.
Yeah.
I got work to do. I got shit to do. And I ain't guaranteed tomorrow. That's why I feel the way I feel.
Absolutely.
I want to know that I've done just enough for the legacy to keep going. I don't want it to just be, oh, he passed, he did all of that, and now it's done.
And there's still milestones and still things that you want to accomplish with it. So, I got to put the work in.
So many. Yeah, I got strippers to call.
I got to do it.
But in all seriousness, how was the energy on set? Did you enjoy just being a part of this thing?
Oh, God, yeah. And then I also really like those moments where you get to stop for a second and you get to laugh and you get to joke and everybody have your smoke breaks and what you got going on. It really does bring a set environment. It's not just us pulling up to a spot and us bringing out some cameras. It gives you that production aspect of things. Very much so.
Now, what was the most surprising thing? Now, I'll ask this question, and I'm referring to overall, even back when you remember acting in college and other areas.
Yeah.
So, encompass it all in this question. What was the most surprising thing you learned about acting once you actually started doing it?
It surprised me because when you're acting, it's not you. It's a whole. You are giving life to a character. So even in this, and even we've had to talk about this in the scenes. Okay, you said it how you would say it. That sounds like Keisha, but that's not the character. I need the character to sound this way. So it's surprising that something vastly different from yourself can still be something that you can easily tap into once you get a mindset of where you're going with it. So even in acting in a different platform, on a stage, for a play, the basis is still the same. You're bringing life to a character that may not be you at all, but at some point you find what you need to tap into it. And that takes experience, life experience. It takes experience in other venues ventures, wherever it is you're going with it and whatever it is your character is doing. So there's something in your personal that you can pull into that. And that helps develop the character and makes it easy for you to assimilate into the character and give a delivery that is believable.
Dope. Did it take time for you to like find your rhythm when it came to acting? Because, you know, I like to explain the character, and sometimes I say I over-explain, but I really want you to feel where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
So I use as many descriptive words as possible, you know.
Yeah.
But did it take you a while to like get in rhythm for the attitude that you had to give or anything? Because it looked natural to me. First time. Like, as soon as I said roll it, it looked natural for you. So I was like, I wonder if she could just relate to this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's something about a character when
So
you're
you had a
in
stinking ass attitude like the character?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh,
My 20s is riddled with attitude. See what I'm saying? There's experience that you can tap into. It may not be me now, but I absolutely remember hitting the door with attitude and, yo, get out of my way, verse. Like, what are we talking about? Very easy. Now, does it sound like Keisha or does it sound like the character? We might need to change the tone a little bit, switch it up, but I can pull that. I can give you attitude. You want attitude? I got that. You want this? I got that. It absolutely. Yeah, because that was very natural.
Okay, so the next question kind of tied into what you just said. I was going to ask, how did you prepare for the role emotionally, or did you tap into it from personal experience to bring it to life?
Now, I will say you gave me plenty of advance notice. So even with that being said, even though I may not know exactly what you want me to say, exactly where I'm supposed to be and the points I'm supposed to make, just having that bit of time to pull it together. Being able to get your mind ready for where we're doing, what the process looks like, being able to kind of think back to what that looked like so that I can give what I'm supposed to be giving when I'm there. So that little bit of reflection, that little bit of time to just pack it up, get it together, that absolutely helps a lot when you step on set.
Think about between filming, in between.
Okay.
Did you feel like emotionally charged to do your part? Like, were you like just anxious? Let me do my part, move out the way, I want to do my part, and then y'all could go? Or were you sort of like resting with however this time goes? Because some people like, I want to go first. Did you ever feel like you wanted to go first?
No, I definitely didn't want to go first.
You want to go last?
I didn't want to go last, but I didn't want to go first. I just wanted to kind of get into the groove of where we're going with it, see what we're looking at, what the scene is developing into, and then kind of see where I can fit into that. So yeah, even between the scenes and getting started, being able to see you guys set up and everything that goes into production as well kind of gets you in that zone. So I didn't want to be first, but now that I see it kind of coming together and everybody's moving, cut, start, like, yeah, like, okay, now I'm ready. Let me jump in like a double dutch. Okay.
I like it. What's one thing you think that people might not realize about shooting Layerz?
The work that went into it. When you see the series and you see it all come together, it looks like we just got out there and did it. And then we just shot it, and then the next episode, and then the next episode, and then here we are. You don't realize the work that goes into any sort of production, but even on a smaller level, not a Hollywood major film, something that you're doing locally, something that you're doing in your environment, there is still so much work that goes into that. And watching the editing process and seeing the production of it, to see the actors coming together, the things that happen when life's for these people who are actors that really have a life. So having to work around those things and setbacks and challenges, you never realize what that looks like.
Or the people that quit and don't tell you they quit.
And then they have to bounce back, okay, and try to reconfigure some things and make it work. You don't realize all that planning that goes into it and how the puzzle pieces are, when they don't fit, how you got to make them fit. There's a lot that goes into that. It's a lot of work. And outside of acting in that, being able to see it and actually being a part of that as well is a task in itself.
So when you watched the finished product back, what was your reaction to seeing yourself on screen?
I never like to watch myself on screen. Even when I was in a theater setting, I never like watching myself on screen. I don't know why. I just never did. So to see it back was kind of like, I would do that a little differently. I would do something here a little differently. I probably would have did that had I known. But definitely one of those things that make you ready for the next go round, and that set a tone for the next time.
So the show touched on love, heartbreak, and mental health, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did any of that hit close to home for you? Could you resonate with any of those headlines?
Absolutely. And I think the great thing that you did with Layerz is that there are separate things going on, but they all come together and tie together. So that's like for anybody, myself included. You got this going on over here, you got that going on over there, this kind of bled into that and stemmed from this. So anybody can relate to that. And that's one thing that makes Layerz really great. Whether you catch it at episode 1 and you can relate to what's going on, or whether you catch it at episode 6 and, oh, that kind of sounds familiar. Wherever you jump in, there's something you can relate to and something you yourself have been through and can see yourself in that. And that makes Layerz one of those things where you want to keep watching. You want to keep eating it.
Do you think being a part of Layerz made you reflect on your own relationships differently?
Yeah, because some of the things that happened in Layerz, and then to find out that there's some truth in this. So some of those things that have happened kind of make you go, damn, that's crazy as fuck. I remember this. Well, shit, this happened to you too? Let me tell you about this time back when. There's absolutely, because when you find out that there's a little nugget of truth in some of these things, then you can really relate to it and pinpoint a time where that was a truth for you as well.
I won't say this is a truth or dare question, but all the way truth.
Okay.
When it comes to love and growth, do you think people can truly change, or do they just learn to hide their layers better?
That's a very good question. Repeat that question.
So when it comes to love and growth,
Okay.
do you think people can truly change, or do they just learn to hide their layers better?
Love and growth. And we've talked about this before.
Yes.
Love and growth are still two of those things for me that are still predicated on free will.
Got it.
So who you love, how you love, where you came from, where you want to go with it, those things are a free will choice. Mm-hmm. They're, first and foremost, it has to be something that you choose willingly to do.
Correct.
So when there is a choice being made that I want to love you a certain way, I want to be loved a certain way, then yeah, there's absolutely room for growth in that, because we always evolve and our needs are, those things change, those things evolve. There's absolutely room for growth, but that can also be stunted when that's not what your purpose is. That's not what your motivation is.
So if they're doing both of those bad, let's say they don't have any idea, they mistreated whoever in the past.
Okay.
Do you think they can truly change, or do they just learn how to hide it better?
A little bit of both.
You think it's both?
I think it's both.
I think people truly change when they truly change. Like, I stick all the way on the side of, once you left some shit alone, you really left some shit alone. Because you got people that said, bro, I drank for 15 years straight, 7 days a week, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll never touch another drink again. That's truly changing.
But is that not growth?
Now, no, I'm saying they both go hand in hand for me. So I believe that they can truly switch. Some people tell me, ain't no such thing as changing, bro. People just hide.
You can change.
People just hide shit from you.
For sure.
So that's what I was really asking. And I know the question kind of thrown off because love and growth is in there.
Well, no, you can change for sure. Change can happen for all of us. But
it's some people I don't think can change.
But how long have you hid what the catalyst for change is?
So here's the...
If I've been a functioning alcoholic for 50 years,
yeah.
I can change. Right. And I can pick and decide that I'm not going to be an alcoholic no more.
Mm.
But I still spent 50 years functioning in it. Mm. So I know how to hide it. I know how to conceal some things. I know how to maneuver in it.
You ain't going to hide being an alcoholic for 50 years. You're not.
I'm just saying.
That's like saying I hear being a crackhead. No, we see
Somebody's going to see it.
No, we see it. You have
it.
things going on that's not normal.
But you're functioning in it.
My point is, I don't think they can hide certain things.
Certain things, yes.
Just like Do you think prison is a rehabilitative system?
Absolutely not.
I think it makes people worse, right?
Absolutely.
Or turns them into an actual criminal. Because there's some innocent people in there, right? So I think it turns them into pending the environment, I think it just molds them into a criminal, right?
Yes.
I don't think people change in certain conditions either. See what I'm saying?
That's very true.
I think the conditions. So let's just say two people are in a relationship. It's fairly new. Let's say the 6-month mark.
Okay.
And you know, that's the high right there. Everybody in love. You can't tell them
Right.
shit about each other, right? And as soon as that starts to decline, pending where he's at or where she's at or whatever the dynamic of y'all relationships are,
Yeah.
I say pending their surroundings is how they get through the next phase. Not so much how committed the man is or how committed the woman is, but influence outside. How do you receive that? And that can dictate where you're about to go with this new woman. I.e., I'm great to you, but I got this friend that don't believe in love and don't believe in relationships, and he's in my ear constantly putting these doubts in my mind, and now it's starting to reflect when me and you talk in private. So you like, where is this coming from? Why are you projecting wild shit on? I ain't done none of that to you. Why you keep talking about it? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now he's planting a seed in me, and it's starting to manifest in our relationship.
Look at the climate that we live in. Influence is huge. Propaganda, societal issues, politics. Influence is crazy. So propaganda is propaganda.
Clout.
Absolutely.
People want the internet to be their stage.
Absolutely. And then also feeling fulfilled in all of that you're getting in. It has to start there. So even with that, if you got somebody in your ear with all the rah-rah and you lost focus from what is important in front of you, you're gonna lose it every time. It's never gonna look the same. That's an individual choice, and you have to be able to deflect from that. You fed into that if you're listening to everything and then allowing it to play back in your home.
I think it's hard for some people because it's coming from a credible source. Much like daughters and their mothers or sons and their father, and the mother and father corrupted.
Yeah.
So you're like, that's my mom and dad. They wouldn't do nothing wrong to me. Whole time they telling you some shit that does not apply and it ain't good for you.
Yeah.
It's just their trauma unloading on you, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I think the source is what distorts the message. You know what I'm saying? So
I absolutely agree with that.
I'm saying that to say this. Check your sources, people.
Check your sources. I absolutely second that.
Vet your sources.
Absolutely.
How do you personally protect your peace in relationships? Like, what's your regimen to say, woosah, let me protect my peace today?
My peace is centered in my personal space and my time. So even if I'm out, if I pop up somewhere, at some point in that 24-hour time frame of a day, I have to take time for me. And I've had to learn over the years and learn and love in myself that is a mandate. That is not, I don't have enough time today. I couldn't do it. The way I pour into everyone else, I have to, in 24 hours, take time to pour into myself. So whether that's a long hot shower, a cup of tea, a little bit of reading, a little bit of meditation, at some point we will stop and I will be a focus. And even in relationships, that's the same way. So we could be very much in the same space, but you do you, I do me, we come back together because I got to have that little bit of time to recollect and recenter on some things. And that's a daily for me.
All right. I like it. Let's say, this is scenario based. Let's say you're dating someone, it's hot and heavy, and you bring them on set for the first time. And today you are in a romantic scene, right? How do you handle that person telling you he ain't going for it?
That's my job, first and foremost. That's my job. So I feel like if I ever were to pursue acting seriously, whoever I'm with would have to understand that comes with the job. Same way for me being a nurse, I got long hours. It may say 7 to 7. I may not get off until 9, 10 o'clock. That is the job. That is what I signed up for when I took it. So I personally wouldn't be able to do that when me doing my job brings contention. I wouldn't be able to. And then for the person that I'm with, you would have to be understanding to that. Because when I leave this set, when we say cut, I get to be Keisha. But when the cameras are rolling, that's a whole different person, a whole different ballgame. That has nothing to do with my relationship, my life, or anything else. That is me bringing life to a character. So they would have to understand that. And if you're not, and I'm serious about pursuing acting, then that would never work. And that's for anyone in that predicament. That's for actors. That's for whatever you're doing. If your relationship cannot tolerate what brings you joy and where your vision lies, your dreams lie, then it's probably not for you in the course of things. I mean, I'm the type of person that I accept that, but that has to be something that you can come to terms with and decide if that's your thing or if it's not. Because how bad do you want it? It wouldn't work for me. You would have to go.
I gotta ask you something totally unrelated but related.
Okay.
You mentioned nurses. Why they be hunching on everybody, man?
Don't know what to say.
Is it about long hours?
That is a stigma. The same way people be like, black men don't cheat.
They don't. So, moving.
See?
But
nurses,
what does black men mean? See, I go with
nurses
the definition.
Don't hunch on everybody.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
I know quite a few. They be cheating.
You
Why is that environment so hunchable?
It's
hunchable nurses.
But it's like any other environment, though.
It's like they be hunching at Amazon out here too.
If you work in a factory and you got long hours, y'all are always looking at each other, you living in this bitch and you barely at home, then that's how those emotional ties get connected. That's how that stems.
So we're not denying the nurses be hunching.
I'm not denying that nurses don't be hunching on people.
Okay.
I said nurses and black men don't cheat. And
nurses definitely cheat.
No.
I've seen it. I've experienced it. Nurses be cheating.
But like any other profession, it's easy to do.
I didn't bring up other professions. I said, why do nurses, as smart as they are, many years they went to school, they don't know not to cheat on their partner?
I can't speak for all nurses. I don't do that.
I want you to speak for all nurses today.
I can't speak for all nurses.
Why they be cheating?
Not all nurses do that. It's always going to be a bad seed, but...
It ain't just one. It was a whole crew of them.
There's a handful.
No, it's more than that.
There's a handful. Potato. We're gonna agree to disagree on that one.
You're trying to tell me
in a demographic.
It's a handful of nurses.
In a whole demographic, for sure. A handful.
I'm gonna take you on a field trip to Tanoa.
I've worked at Tanoa, Cedar.
You know they be hunching on everybody else, man. Welcome to the good life.
Mm-mm.
And let me stop telling on my friends.
Please.
Y'all don't even know where that workplace is anyway. Y'all ain't been over there. Anyway, I only bring that up because I seen it online where the men were adamant about, man, why nurses so that's the only girls. No, the men were saying, I don't make half the money she makes, but she willing to cheat though. And it was like 10,000 men in the comments saying, well, I got me a nurse right now. And I'm like, nurses be hunching like this? And I had to think about how that came about. They like truckers. I didn't know so many nurses went on the road during COVID.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And even now they still travel.
That's what
nurses.
I'm here, travel nursing.
I get the money, but I ain't know they had so much free time while they was on the road.
Because you only got 12 hours. And then when we're there, you got 12 hours.
A hunchathon. That's what I was telling you in the beginning.
A small.
Ain't no small. It's thousands and hundreds of thousands of
nurses. Per capita, yeah, across the board.
I'm thinking about truckers.
That's not the same.
That stigma they put on truckers. Truckers be sleep, bro. They be on the road too long.
Very true.
So I'm like, bro, why y'all saying all the truckers be hunching?
Not all.
I done seen most of them.
The vast majority.
But I done seen most of them with their wife in the truck. So I'm like, unless they hunching together, that man ain't cheating.
Another small handful.
Cap.
Not Cap.
The trucker right across the street. That man take his old lady with him.
Another small handful.
You hating, bro.
The
nurses be hunching, bro.
God.
No, I'm proud of them.
Truckers
I want them to keep doing it. Because I'm proud of my niggas for getting them.
See?
I ain't got one, so I'm happy they got one.
We definitely gonna agree to disagree on that one.
Okay, that's cool.
We don't have to.
So you would break up with the dude if it don't match your...
I don't think I would break up that day on set, like, you out of here, but it would definitely be...
A conversation?
It would definitely be a conversation.
So if no compromise, you're going to let him go?
Oh, for sure. And not even because of that, it's the no compromise for me.
So it works for me because I ain't bringing him to work.
But I thought about that when you asked the question though, because if I know it's a scene today,
in my situation, they would have to
wouldn't.
pop up, and I wouldn't even be angry if my girl popped up.
Right.
My thing is, don't come here and disturb me if you popping up.
Have you had that happen before?
Yes.
Okay.
Which is why I know I wouldn't have them at work. I'm saying I've experienced trying to be the good guy and, hey, this is what I do, baby. Come on with me. You know what I'm saying? And no, never again.
Right.
Stay your ass at home and don't come in here disturbing the people I'm working with, and two, distracting me. I'm running something here. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I wouldn't bring them to work, and if they pop up, I'm not upset about it, but be mindful.
Be mindful.
Where are you at?
Very much. Be mindful.
You know, I'm not who you lay up with right now.
Yeah.
This is a new hat. You know what I'm saying?
And don't tamper with the productivity that's happening.
Man, tamper. No, don't step on.
Yes.
Because it's literally stepping on it if you...
Time is money, especially when we're talking production. So if I have to stop and address, stop and micromanage, you're never going to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish.
I value y'all time more than mine. I think that's the most expensive thing I can ask of you is your time, right?
Yes.
So don't make me spend these people's time.
Yes. That
I done promised them I'm going to have y'all out of here by.
And that is
Let's just get it done.
Consideration. That is very much consideration.
Yeah, and I love to stay within my bounds of what I said. My word is my bond. Hey, we doing this at this time.
Yes.
Let's get this done. Moving on, if you were cast in a new project, right, that required like intense emotional and romantic scenes, what would you need to be in? What would you need to be in place for you to feel comfortable on that set? Let's say it's you wake it up the next morning. They didn't really show y'all make love, but they alluded to it, right? Those like fade scenes where y'all close and look like y'all about to kiss, and then you waking up that next morning. Do you think you would need anything on set to just say, okay, make this comfortable because there's 50 people in here watching this?
I personally wouldn't.
But they want you butt naked, no sheets.
Yeah, I personally wouldn't.
You just gonna wake up naked and roll over to them.
I probably was a nudist in a past life.
I'm saying you're comfortable with that.
I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable in my skin and my body.
There's a reason I asked you this. Because if this is me in that role, right? One thing I need is for them to show us brushing our teeth. I can't stand when TV shows waking up and they instantly
ain't nobody brush
kissing,
their teeth. Ain't nobody
got a whole lot of questions in each other's face.
Yeah.
I need you to not insinuate or allude to, show us brushing our teeth.
How it happens. How we got here. Yes.
I be sick to my stomach.
Yeah,
like,
for
dog,
sure.
Why y'all so close this early in the morning? Especially if they were drinking at the bar last night. The liquor got your mouth even more run.
Did you brush before you went to bed? Did you brush when you got up? Like, we missed a couple
They
steps.
clearly didn't brush before they went to bed. Remember?
Yeah,
They went to bed drunk and having sex.
Yes.
Then they woke up to each other. But what is all this kissing and talking about?
But that's the change you can be.
Oh,
in,
I'm
your
definitely-
own. Like,
I'm definitely
so when we make the scene, then you can make it make sense.
I be having middle of the day sex on my shit. That way it look like you ain't got that all day on you funky the bar.
You probably was somewhere having middle of the day sex while all this is happening. So yeah.
I was in the army.
Right.
You supposed to go do something on break.
So you gonna roll how you normally move.
For me, it just don't make sense to have people waking up spreading morning breath like that's a normal thing.
No. But that's the routine that has to be inside of you to make it look that way.
Would you rather have a man be unattractive or attractive that you're gonna do a romantic scene with, in order for you to get into the role?
Absolutely, it would be easier if the person is attractive. And you can have an attraction because I think it reads better on camera because that attraction is there. But again, acting is not Keisha. So if I'm not attracted to you, but we're in the scene together, the character is attracted to you. So you still have to be able to find a way to tap into those things that sparkle in you, that resonate when you're attracted to somebody. And bring those things to set.
Interesting take from me. I'd rather the girl be unattractive to me.
Why?
So that it doesn't carry off the set. Because sometimes you carry that feeling of, damn, that motherfucker fine, off the set. And I'm trying to be professional here. No hunching in the champagne room.
But you can still be professional and still be attractive.
I can be turned on set.
Right.
Like, you've seen me turn it on and off.
Right.
I can be whatever you need to be on camera.
Right.
And after camera, completely professional because, baby, I don't like nothing you got going on, no way.
And you've done
And I
intimate
hope you
scenes
got a
with
man.
attractive women.
Did I?
Yes.
You don't know that they were attracted to me.
I said attractive.
I'm saying that's what I'm talking about. My personal attractive meter
Yeah.
is off.
Right. Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
So I'd rather them be unattractive so I can stay focused on one thing.
Right.
And we don't have to talk about nothing else.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Most people would desire attractive. That's what the reason I asked you.
But yeah, and I see
know
what
you're saying you can still do your job.
I can still do my job.
I'm not
Attractive
saying
makes it
if it
easier for me to
stops you.
just roll into it.
That's why I asked what you would prefer.
Yeah, but I would prefer attractive because I can easily roll into that if there's
Man,
an
I
attraction,
prefer-
period.
I prefer stank ugly.
But yeah, but if I had to make it work, yeah, like for sure.
I prefer stark ugly. Like,
That's crazy work.
pick one out of these five. That one in the blue. That avatar over there. Bring her. That's who I want to work with. Because them other folk, finding them up and get them off the set. Make them the extras in the back. That's me.
That's
what
you
I
being
want.
precautionary as usual.
I guess. Whatever it is, get them five motherfuckers off the set. Come here, Avatar. What'd you say your name was? After being a part of Layerz, did it spark any desire to keep acting?
Yeah.
Might as well say yeah, because you definitely coming back.
For sure.
Wish the fuck you would say nah.
Part 2, I'm ready.
Okay.
But yeah, it did.
3. You'll be ready for 3.
3. Yeah, you're right.
Well,
You're right.
you don't know this, but I switched what I'm filming. That's how
Well, I said you're right because I
It'll
already
be
knew
called
you had stuff
3.
going on.
No. It'll be called 3. I'm just making 2 something else.
Got you.
But we
Okay.
still going same time frame of shooting
Right.
what we're gonna shoot. I'm just telling you, it got changed to 3 now, not 2.
Oh,
'Cause
that's new.
I know. That's what I said.
Y'all are hearing it with me.
That's
That's new.
I switched. I got a.
Okay.
Yeah, I got an idea. It's dope. But we'll move from there.
Yeah.
But you would wanna.
Yeah. And I think the great thing about Layerz coming into it, you caught me at a time where I was big in work and I'm momming and I'm super busy and it really was the obligation of saying, I told him I would do it. So let me show up. And then just the act of showing up and getting involved really was like, well, shit, like, all right, let me show up for the next thing. Let me get involved in something else. And since I'm doing this and this is something I enjoy, let me do that as well. Let me jump into this where I'm at. So for sure, it was a spark for something else.
And
Makes
when
me
you
ready
watch the
for
other
part
interviews,
3, not 2.
yeah, 3. You'll hear from the other cast. They
Yeah.
all said the same thing. They enjoyed you. You were a joy, to have around. And I told them I try to just keep good people around,
Yeah.
good attitudes. You know what I'm
do.
saying? What would that next opportunity need to look like for you to say, like, yeah, I'm doing this? Like, what would you envision? What kind of role would you envision doing? If you had to choose,
If I had to choose,
what would you want to be as a character?
I would probably have a dramatic role.
Like what? In what realm?
I don't know. Like,
Walk me down this lane now. Come on, Tip.
I'm not scary, so it couldn't be a scared role. That would be a little
I
more
don't want to do no
difficult.
horror film.
I'm
anyway.
just saying, like, even regardless of what the genre is, that would be a little more difficult for me because I'm not a scary individual by nature.
Okay. What kind of character would you like to add?
I don't know. I would
Secretary?
I
madam?
would be the boss for sure.
A madam?
I would be a madam. I could be a madam. Look,
You like that one?
let's not even get started on what I've moonlighted as in the past.
Come
I think
on,
we've
moonlight.
discussed this before.
I don't remember.
Yes, we have. Remember I told you I used to be a dominatrix and I kind of moonlighted in a couple different things and in my 20s. Like, so yeah, I could be a madam for sure.
You were running hoes.
I didn't run them. See?
That's what a madam is.
I didn't say I was a madam. I said I had dominatrix. Like, so
Oh,
it would
you
be
were running
easy for
niggas.
me to run that role. Like, I could tap into that easy.
You were strapping them down. Was you pegging them too? That shit nasty. Why them niggas like that? Oh, don't answer that. Oh my God.
I'm not answering that.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, and that is a role I could step into easily.
But what would you imagine?
But if I was
said the
imagining,
metal stuff, what would
I
you
would
say?
be the boss somewhere. I would
want to be a CEO? Or
I would be a CEO. Like, I would be representation.
Of a tech company, let's say.
You know, something. Black woman in charge, doing shit.
Business
got some other
suits?
shit on the side.
Business suits or business skirts?
Suits, for sure. A fire-ass suit. I'm giving Olivia Pope when I do it.
That's the type of role.
Yeah.
Okay, I see it.
Yeah.
I see it. That's dope.
Thank you.
I would have thought you said something like a superhero.
No, I'm definitely Olivia Pope.
Because you so animated. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let me be the first black superwoman.
And I'm gonna give it to you real methodical, like.
Okay. What's one lesson you learned about love and dating that completely changed the way you approach relationships now? Because you know I do relationships on this.
I know it. Run it to me one more time.
So, a lesson that you've learned about love and dating that made you completely change the way you approach relationships now. Something that just made you pivot completely.
I've had a lot of lessons. I've been divorced twice. So.
Niggas have left you 2 times?
Don't do that.
Told you
Don't
it was
do
crazy.
that. Okay. Loca for sure. But
I'm sorry for your loss.
But no. But those were lessons. And the lessons that I learned in that, some of the most pivotal ones were communication. Like with the first husband, I refused to compromise or communicate. So here we are. I definitely had to learn that one. And also from the second one, I think the most important one I took away from that was really seeing potential for what it is and not idealizing potential. And I think as women, sometimes we think, oh, well, if I just, if I be a dope ass wife, he gonna get it together and he gonna be what I need. But if I'm not willing to communicate on things, if I'm not willing to compromise on things, if the only thing that's keeping me glued here is potential, we still lack a lot of those things. So now navigating dating post-divorce, when I'm with someone, when I meet someone, those are the things that I look for. So now, since I'm moving outside of potential, I want to know where your ambition lies. I want to know what your goals are. I want to know what you're actively doing to meet those goals. I never cared about how much money you made. I never cared about the credit of it all.
It matters, but it's not your first.
It matters, but it's not a first thing.
Mm-hmm.
But those things, but it's still something I keep in the back of my mind because how do you house yourself? What do you drive? What investments do you have? How have you invested in yourself, your business, your life? Those things are reflective of a credit score without me having to say, what's your credit score now? Like if I know your credit is decent if you have your own home, you got your own car, you take care of your kids. So
how soon are you asking that question about credit score?
I asked that question early on.
What's early? That's what I'm saying.
I asked that question within the first 90 days. I feel like that
credit
first
score?
Yeah. And you don't have to give me a specific credit score.
I'd be like, get your ass on.
Yeah, you don't have to give me a specific credit score. Like, we're not there.
I'm saying we ain't even established
but at some point,
joining finances.
No. But at some point, the financial conversation is going to come up.
I wouldn't mind telling somebody my credit score, but I would be more skeptical about why you're asking me that early.
Finances come up at some point, and not necessarily can
it
you
started
pay for
coming
dinner,
up when I was taking your ass out to dinner. So I paid when we ate.
Yeah.
That ought to tell you I could sustain some things.
At some point, that is going to come into play.
She said the credit score in 90 days. Damn.
Yeah, because at some point that's going to come into play
when
we're having a conversation.
You ain't wrong. Fellas, listen.
So
listen, y'all.
If I'm telling you I'm trying to buy a house and you telling me you trying to get a house, then what are you doing with your credit? Like that's part of the conversation. What'd you do?
Now, I will say, if y'all already talking about where you're going to live and you're dating that intentionally, you're talking about where you're going to live, how we're going to establish ourselves, absolutely the credit score is warranted.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, I talked to girls so long, they don't even talk to me no more because they can't come over.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
when I'm going to see you? Like, hey, I'm busy this time.
Right.
Like, I don't never make it to asking personal questions like that because I done asked her so many questions. She even went to go get her shit together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, well, maybe I do need to fix this. He asked me that. I ain't think about it.
Yeah, it makes people
Well,
think.
I'm glad you thought about it.
It makes
You ain't
people think.
wrong for being
Yes.
fucked up in this area, but I think you should work on that. And I'm going to tell you why I ain't ready. You know what I'm saying? So, do you think social media has made relationships harder or easier to maintain in today's world?
Social media is gross. It is so gross that it's a necessity, and yet it's still as vile as it is. Social media has a place and a platform, for sure. That is how we connect. And it's crazy to think how the world was before the internet, before social media, and the things that people had to do to get a voice and an idea out there before that happened. But now we've taken something that has such great power and provision for the things that we're wanting to do as entrepreneurs and as people, and really tainted things along the way. So now everyone does something for clout. Everyone, wants to be a baddie and everyone wants affirmation from social media. And we lose sight of a lot of things when that becomes a priority. When I got to see how many likes. And we're at a point now where people don't want to have a trade or a job because I can start a podcast. No offense to this podcast.
Damn! Throwing shots.
No offense to this podcast because this is your work.
All offense taken. You lying.
No, respectfully, because this is your work. This is your dream. Right. So this is the venue that you chose. But for me...
This is where I started.
Yes, but but if I'm 20 years old and I ain't never really had a job and I don't really know what I want to do and I don't really want to go do much of nothing and...
Wouldn't you say it's the best time to have a pod?
But a lot of times, if you're not prepared and that's not your thing, you just throwing some shit together because that seems easy. You don't realize how much work it takes.
Right.
So it's not a matter of me just getting my phone and, seeing who will connect. And there's so many people that have made it that way that it seems easy to do. You just
not realizing their path was their path.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. So I say that not as a dig.
No, you already dug.
It wasn't a dig. It wasn't a dig because I'm here. But no, it was definitely...
You came here to say that. If you want to do a little measly ass podcast, it's like, damn.
Not a dig.
Appreciate
but yeah,
you.
Like I said, it flaws other areas and it flaws our thinking about what other things are important and what work it takes into the things that are important for us across the board. And that includes relationships, how we communicate with people, how we interact with others. You know what I'm saying? You get people all the time that's bullies online and that will say whatever, and clearly ain't nobody busted you in your fucking mouth. Like, because we've lost person. We're not being personable. We're not personable.
Right.
And we just
and
think
nurses cheating
because the internet. Don't do that. Are we digging together today? We both digging today?
I ain't talking about you.
Oh, we definitely.
I'm talking about the nurses I know.
But yeah, social media, like, it has a place, but it also very much has a lot to be desired when you're wanting something, needing to see something more in depth around you. It's how you use it.
When it comes to dating, what matters more to you, chemistry or emotional connection? I would think that they both hand in hand, but they kind of are different.
They're different.
Yeah. Which one would matter most to you? The connection or the chemistry?
For me, chemistry is organic. Chemistry is the organic part of things. So if we organically mesh and the chemistry is cool and I'm comfortable with you, then that opens the doorway for me to open up and to establish an emotional connection with you. That's the beginning of it all. And I do feel like chemistry has to be there if you want a genuine emotional connection with somebody. Because I cannot have chemistry and go fuck somebody and make a couple dollars, then that's easy. That's easy for anyone to do.
But you say you can't have chemistry with one person and then go hunt?
You could.
You can have a connection with one person and go hunt somebody else.
That's what I'm saying. You could. And even without the chemistry, you can still have an emotional connection, for sure. But if there's a genuineness to it that you want, if that is important to you, if the emotional aspect is important, then it does play a lot on the organicness of the chemistry and the caliber of the chemistry when you're getting it.
Let me tell y'all something, fellas, now that we all the way into this interview. Go cheat on your girl.
Don't cheat on your girl.
Right after you get to cheat.
Because you just said black men don't cheat. Don't.
How you know I'm talking to black men?
Okay.
I said fellas.
Okay.
Go cheat on your girl. If she leave you because you cheated one time, she wasn't supposed to be your wife. No way.
That's how you feel?
She ain't got no
That's what you bring today?
She ain't got no forgiveness in her heart.
No. No. That's
you gotta test her.
That is terrible advice.
So what's better advice?
Don't be there if you don't want to be there. Across the board. Men, women, race, religion. If you don't want to be there, don't be there.
Go cheat.
Go do you.
One time, bro.
You don't want to be there, go do you.
Make sure you get caught.
No.
And if she don't forgive you after you done worked hard to get back in her good graces.
And men not going to be able to take what y'all dish.
No, if she cheat, you leave her ass.
See what I'm saying?
You get entered. We don't.
That's crazy word.
You get conquered. We don't.
Whatever is in there, when you go in it, you get a piece of that back.
I appreciate it.
No.
That's called juices.
Right, and that's how shit get spread around and caught up. Nah.
I ain't say don't protect yourself.
My
point is, do not cheat on your people, man.
Yeah,
I'm just cracking jokes.
Don't do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all chose to be right here with me.
Yes.
Miss Jones, do you have any? I always ask for a good word for the people. I'm going to start doing a segment called Set the Record Straight.
Yeah, I love that.
Starting my next pod, but right now, do you want to leave the people with something good?
I do, and I thought about this yesterday because I know you always do this at the end of the interview. And for me lately, just to throw it out there to the world, I've really been big on change. Big on being the change that I want to see. Big on changing up some things that are not working out for me in my life. And changing up the things that are also showing themselves to be hindrances and where I want to go. And I feel like that as a people, as a race, a human race, I think we're all in a time where we're being called to do that. So those things that you want to see differently for yourself, for those around you in your environment, the impact that you want to make, it is very important. The things that you see in your belly rumbling that feel like a fire that need to get out. Now is a great time to go ahead and move on it. And I saw a quote that said, getting ready is not a feeling. So when people say, oh, I need to get ready to do this, I need to get ready to do that, it's not when I feel like the time is good and I'm ready, it's not a feeling, it is a decision. Getting ready is a decision. It's a verb.
It starts with the action. It starts with the thought of, and then it ends with the action.
So the things that you set for yourself, absolutely, they're there. They're available. It takes work. It takes effort. But we all have it innately in us to do so. And that has to be a decision that we make. So, be the change you want to see. Really move on the things that are important. I am doing that myself. And really step out of your boundaries and be fearless in the things that you're doing. So that was my message for me first, and then now for the rest of the world. So I hope we all take a little bit of that and really make an impact on where we are and who we are around, because it's important.
That's dope. Y'all heard it here first. Miss Jones in the building. My good word to the people is stay prayed up, stay grounded, and stay on your vision. Stay steadfast on your passion, your love, whatever you want to call it. Don't let anybody deter you. Don't let anybody push you off course. There will be distractions. Have the discipline to continue to push forward and push through. Obstacles are just speed bumps. Slow down and go right over them.
Yes.
I love y'all to death. Until next time, y'all be blessed. Miss Keisha, thank you once again.
Thank you.
We out.